Have you ever looked at someone and wondered how they're so confident? This may be a celebrity or just someone you know, but for some reason, whenever you see this person act, you're impressed. You see something you feel you can never do, you can never be. You tell yourself through excuses like genetics, height, race, circumstance, or looks. If I was them, I'd be confident too, but I'm not. So you give up. When the truth is, secretly, you envy this person. Because deep down, you know you could be as confident as them if you tried. You see, the question isn't whether you could be as confident as the next person. It's, are you willing? Most people think of confidence as something static or genetic. Either you have it or you don't, would be the phrase of these people. But this isn't the case at all. If you're like the average person, in certain situations, you could be confident, but in others, you might come off as a scared puppy. What you need to know is that confidence is a skill and can be developed much like a muscle. Some people are naturally more confident than others because of past conditioning, but overall, confidence, just like a muscle, grows upon use and weakens upon neglect. And just as there are different types of muscles, there are also different types of confidence, 4 to be exact. Learning these 4 types not only helps you to relate it back to your own life, but gives you the tools to developing these types and becoming your best self. And if you'd really like to know the secret of what makes someone confident and the other unconfident, make sure to watch the whole video, give it a like, and stay tuned till the end. The first of the 4 types of confidences is superficial confidence. This is the weakest and most shallow of the 4 confidences because this confidence is not your own. Superficial confidence comes from outside sources. This is the type of confidence you feel when you wear a new piece of clothing you just bought or get a new haircut. Things like money, brand name clothing, an expensive car, and basically having anything that other people deem to be of value. Superficial confidence is built on receiving validation from others. Basing your confidence off of how many possessions you own may work in the short term, but as we all know, with each year comes new trends, and if you aren't continually staying on top of the newest trend, your value goes down. This is the problem with placing your value in outside sources. With this type of confidence, you're forever trying to impress the other person, which is a never-ending cycle, and if you don't get that validation you're seeking from the other person, or if your possessions get taken away, you'll end up feeling extremely insecure. Unfortunately, in our world today, this type of confidence is the most sought after. People will spend their entire income just to have the newest thing and feel insecure without it. The second type of confidence is experiential confidence. This type of confidence only comes from experience. In other words, doing something over and over again. Think back to the first time you did anything you could fail at in your life. For most people, the first time they attempted anything, they were a little nervous because they didn't know the outcome. But slowly, over time, after gaining enough feedback and allowing themselves to push through, they started to gain the hang of it until they eventually became comfortable doing it and developed enough experience in that skill. After receiving enough experience, they eventually developed the confidence needed. This is why this type of confidence can only come from experience, repeating something multiple times, failing, learning, improving, and eventually succeeding. This is also the process of learning for anywhere you want to go in life. The reason most people fail is simply because they quit after failing and don't give themselves enough time to learn. It's natural to be bad at something when you first start out, but the more you do something, the better you get. Success is really only a matter of time when you think of it from this perspective. Most people, especially the school system, believes learning happens by just reading a book and retaining the information, but this is far from the truth. Real learning can only come from trial and error. In other words, consistent action. The third type of confidence is situational confidence. This is the type of confidence you feel when you're in a situation that's within your comfort zone. Picture situations where you feel comfortable expressing yourself. Maybe it's with your best friends or your family. For some people, it could be their job or their local bar. Either way, this type of confidence only arises in places you already know, places you feel safe. The way you know that you're experiencing situational confidence is by asking yourself if you'd be as comfortable as this in the same situation with different variables. For example, maybe you're confident at your job and able to express yourself easily, But would you be as confident in expressing yourself if you left and worked at another unknown place with unknown people? The only thing staying the same here being your job title. For most people, the answer would be no, because their confidence in scenarios like this is situational. Finally, the last type of confidence is core confidence. This is the strongest of the 4 types of confidences. This is the type of confidence that can be used anywhere. It's the inner confidence that allows someone to face their fears, to believe in themselves when nobody else does, and to ultimately express themselves even though they have no assurance of the outcome. This confidence stems from the beliefs we hold about ourselves, our nature, and our abilities to do something. Most people do not have strong core confidence because this type of confidence can only be developed by one thing. That one thing is belief in oneself. Unfortunately, most people don't believe in themselves, so when they have children, they inevitably pass on this belief to their children, and the cycle repeats. If you weren't given this belief growing up by your parents, you're not doomed forever. There is a way to develop core confidence and break out of the cycle. For the people that are in search of true knowledge and have stayed this far, this is the secret of what makes someone confident and the other unconfident. Belief, and repetition of that belief. Because through repetition, we can actually change our beliefs. Once we change our beliefs, our actions change, our habits change, and our results change automatically. On screen, I have a video on the power of affirmations that you can click on and use to eventually change your belief and change your life. At the end of the video, I have a playlist dedicated to how you can use your own mind to get whatever it is you want. The truth is, we can do anything if we believe it, apply ourselves, and stick with it long enough. Everything is really just a matter of time. With that said, thank you. Make sure to hit that like button and join our family by subscribing for more content if you like the video, and don't forget to comment down below. Until next time, this is Success Mindset, and remember, dreams do come true.